Okay, this is Cool Dude Clem here, and today I'm going to answer that question once and for all of, do those programs that are supposed to make your games run better, actually, do they work? So, first one we're going to test is MZU CPU Accelerator, which basically prioritizes the software running on the computer, and Gamebooster 3, which shuts down unused processors and defrags the memory and stuff like that. But first of all, let's get a benchmark. Now I'm going to do this in Trackmania Nations because that has a built-in benchmark thing on it. So let's go to the benchmark with this crappy computer and this crappy graphic card, and let's see what we have. Okay, run. Okay, so here come the results of our control speed test, and we have 38.9 frames per second. Okay, so remember that, 38.9 frames per second. Okay, so I've now got MZ CPU Accelerator loaded up. I'm going to activate it. Minimize it. Now I'm going to do the test in Trackmania Nations again. So this is with MZ CPU Accelerator running, and it doesn't look like it's making any difference, but we'll see what we get at the end of the test. Now if you remember, the last one was about 38.2 or something. With MZ CPU Accelerator running, we have 38.6. Okay, so I've now got Gamebooster running. It's stopped several services and defragged the RAM. So let's run Gamebooster, Trackmania Nations again, and let's see what we get this time. So here come the results, and we have, the computer will just show us 38.7. So really, none of those programs have really made any noticeable difference, so the answer to whether they actually do any significant improvement on game performance is no, they don't. Now for a little bit of good news and bad news, and then some more good news. Firstly, the bad news is I think this graphic card that's in my computer is on its way out, because I think all the overclocking I've done onto it has eventually taken its toll, and it doesn't work properly anymore. As you probably noticed, it was still able to run Trackmania Nations okay, but if I try to run something more resource demanding, like Sonic Generations, it just doesn't want to know. So let's just try to load that up and you'll see what happens. Now this is the resolution that I usually run it at, and running it at stock speed, so I'm not actually overclocking it this time. And when running Trackmania Nations, that was also running at stock speed. And you might be able to see that it's not going to work. We've got this really weird red garbage in the corner of the screen, and I think that maybe all the overclocking that I used to do has damaged this card, and I think it's a problem with the video memory itself and not the GPU, because other stuff seems to run perfectly okay. As you saw earlier, Trackmania Nations was running, and I think maybe all the overclocking I've done has damaged the video RAM in this card. So things that really require a lot of RAM, a lot of video RAM, such as this game, are not going to work anymore. And it eventually goes back to Windows with this message saying that the driver's not working. So could be a driver issue, but I really don't think that is the case. Now I'm going to have to reset the computer because it's gone back to 4-bit colour and 640 by 480, which looks like crap, so I'll just reboot. And Gamebooster 3 is still running. However, if I run this at the lowest resolution possible, which is 320 by 200, okay, let's just try to run it now. I'll zoom the camera out a little bit. This game always takes forever to load up. As you can see, now I'm running it on the lowest resolution. It will actually load up and I can play it. Just to prove that, I'll just do a little bit of gameplay, just a few seconds or so. But at this resolution it's really hard to make out things going on. However, on the lighter side of things, good news is that new graphic card is on its way and should be here tomorrow. So this graphic card kind of picked a good time to pretty much die on me. Tape's recording. The other bit of good news is that I've got my computer working again, so I can now edit videos properly the way I intended them to be edited. Reinstalled Windows. Look at this background I've put in. The Apple logo on the Windows XP background. Don't ask me where I found that, because I really don't remember. But it looks kind of funny, so I thought I'd put it in. So I can now edit my videos with Adobe Premiere like I normally do. As you can see, now get a picture. This is just from another video that I'm not going to actually do. That kind of turned out bad. But I can edit this video and that's what I'm going to do now. So until next time, goodbye.